account and keep that in good standing with us in the future. So let's get started. We at Google are really cognizant of the fact that the advertisers draw value from real advertising revenue. We try to give you real results from advertising. We understand that publishers are really dependent on advertising for their businesses and earning a living. That is why we try and protect you and the entire ecosystem from invalid activity. We have invested a great deal in technology and a lot of experts around the globe who are continuously trying to protect you from such invalid activity. We use 3 pillars: people, policy, and technology to protect you against such invalid traffic. We have a lot of automated system, complex algorithms, and a team of experts who work day in and day out to prevent such invalid activity from your accounts. We understand that prevention from this invalid traffic is of optimum importance for the health of the entire ecosystem and to benefit all the players in the ecosystem, be it advertisers, publishers, or users. Fighting invalid traffic is essential for the long-term sustainability of this business and this ecosystem. So first of all, we'll try to understand what is invalid traffic. So at a high level, we can understand invalid traffic to be any interaction that is not from real users and out of real interest in an ad. Some of these activity and interactions could be accidental. For example, if a user trying to click on something else on a website accidentally clicks on a badly placed ad. Other forms of invalid traffic are more fraudulent in nature. For example, sometimes publishers encourage users or even incentivize to click on their ads. Publishers sometimes also click on their ads themselves to increase their revenue. This is also considered invalid. Moreover, sometimes competing advertisers try to waste their competitors' budget by deliberately clicking on ads. Also, I would like to talk about advertising fraud, which you can see as a subset of invalid traffic. It is any traffic that is intended and aimed at mimicking itself as genuine user traffic when it is not. There are multiple ways in which ad fraud is committed. A few of them are click farms, where people are hired and paid to click on ads. Automated browsing, where users' machines are used to run automated browsers and visit ad sites. There could be cases of session hijack and botnets. In session hijack, users' machines are hijacked and then used to generate non-human traffic to sites with ads. Botnets are some software programs that are hosted either on internet servers or some of those hijacked user machines, and then they are used to generate fraudulent ad traffic. They are also programmed to mimic human behavior as closely as possible, and hence it is very difficult to spot such kind of traffic. Then there could be falsely represented inventory, in which case users are trying to portray themselves as good quality users when they are not, or sometimes sites can be claiming themselves to be a site which is a completely different site altogether. So as you can see, advertising fraud is just a small subset of invalid traffic, and it is a very broad problem. Hence, our ad traffic quality team is completely dedicated to fight the broader problem of invalid traffic. We understand that maintaining a high quality network is vital for the sustainability of this business, useful for the users, advertisers, and publishers. So we saw what the invalid traffic is, but now we'll talk about how Google prevents invalid traffic. We take invalid traffic pretty seriously, and that's why we have invested a lot. We have a lot of sophisticated automated defenses against invalid traffic. We have invested in people as well and have a very strong team of more than 100 PhDs, data analysts, and engineers who are working towards protecting you and your businesses from invalid traffic. Our automated system work on machine learning and a lot of complex algorithms to prevent, protect, and stop invalid traffic from entering our platforms. We have a lot of automated filters. We apply filtering in real time and near real time as well. We use advanced research to hunt for a lot of sources of invalid traffic, try to understand anomalous patterns, build defenses so that the entire ecosystem is protected against such traffic. We have manual teams who invest a lot of time in reviewing such patterns and creating such defenses. So to talk about some of our automated systems in a bit detail and understand how and what they do, let's talk about automated filters first. So automated filters are aimed at keeping invalid traffic out of our networks. We have more than 180 sophisticated filters running in our systems, which are aimed at taking out the invalid traffic. These filters are based on cutting-edge technology, and they are also monitored by a team of human analysts who are completely devoted in keeping these filters in check, and so that they are working at their peak efficiency. The next defense that we have is filtering in real time. This kind of filtering happens even at the right start of the invalid traffic. We don't allow those kind of invalid traffic to enter the network. This could be cases like blacklisted user agent or IPs. Such sources of traffic are blocked from entering the ecosystem completely. There could be other cases where our automated system detect huge volume of traffic from, let's say, a single user on a particular publisher. We understand that this kind of traffic is not at all valuable, and hence we take steps to filter this kind of traffic out. This was right at the start, but sometimes some kind of traffic takes us a longer time to catch. So we are continuously monitoring such traffic and recognize suspicious pattern based on a huge data stream for a longer period of time. And once we find those anomalous patterns, we analyze and then go ahead and take that kind of traffic out. Moreover, we learn from these reviews data and then go ahead and improve and build our defenses, more defenses. Finally, manual detection and review. Apart from these automated systems, we have a dedicated team which is who are invested in doing manual detection for these kind of abuses. They look at the data, they try to find patterns, anomalies in the data which could be invalid and not at all valuable for the users, which are just intended in increasing the publisher's revenue. We have automated systems that could flag this kind of traffic, which was not stopped by our filters. We then perform detailed manual investigations and deep analysis to find out what this kind of traffic was. We try to segment non-human traffic and genuine human traffic. Then we also try to understand how users interact with the ads so that we can see and label if an interaction was intentional or accidental. From this learning, we go back and then improve and build new filters as well. So that was a high-level overview of what Google does to prevent invalid traffic at their end. But as we know that AdSense publishers are ultimately responsible for traffic on their websites. So now we'll see what you as publishers can do to prevent such invalid traffic. First of all, you can try and understand to monitor your content and ads behavior. We have front-end reports. You can go through that and see how your ad and content are behaving. Moreover, you can try and learn how to prevent invalid traffic and then how to safely increase traffic to your websites. For your reference, we have listed down a few best practices over here that you can follow to prevent invalid traffic from your websites and keep your account in good standing with us. First of all, Review your ad implementations. That is the ground rule. Double and triple check your ad implementations. Also, we encourage you to that your content are completely in line with our policies. The second and the foremost point is understand your ad traffic and site visitors. You can do this by segmenting your traffic at a granular level so that you can see how the sources of your traffic are behaving, where they are spending time. We will learn about this in a bit more detail in the next slide. Going forward, be very, very careful when you are trying to purchase traffic from third-party sources. We have a traffic providers checklist on our help center forums that you can use as a base when you are discussing your terms with these traffic providers. The answers of these traffic providers to those checklist questions will help you understand what kind of traffic are they selling to you. They can help you prevent getting low quality traffic from untrustworthy traffic providers. As I said, please double check your ad implementations to make sure that your ads are behaving as intended across browsers and across platforms. There are no intrusive ad placements. This will help you from unintended consequences like getting accidental clicks. Also, always use authorized site features to prevent any unauthorized use of your ad code on any other low quality websites that could put your account in danger. Also, as a rule of thumb, never ever click on your own ad, even if it was out of genuine interest. If you are interested in an ad, then also please do not click ads on your own website. We encourage you to use a Google Publisher toolbar, which is a Chrome extension which is available to you. This can be used to see and test your ads, how they are performing, and get more and more reports about your performances. So let's move forward and talk about how you can understand your traffic better. So there are a lot of ways and a lot of things you can do. First of all, we encourage you to segment your traffic. Probably at an overall level, sometimes we miss some kind of suspicious patterns or anomalies, but once you break down your traffic into meaningful segments, you can see how they are behaving on their own, and how they are behaving in response to other traffic sources. This can also be very valuable in understanding if there are certain suspicious activity. You can use Google Webmaster Tools, which is a very good source to increase your traffic from trustworthy sources. You can monitor what kind of keywords, for what kind of keywords your URLs are ranking and in which countries. Based on that, you can optimize your website for better results and then try to focus your efforts in that optimization. Secondly, we encourage you to use any analytical tool like Google Analytics. Based on that, you can try and see which sections of your websites are behaving good, which sections are not behaving as much. What are the sources of traffic to your websites where those users are spending time? And based on that, you can again optimize your efforts and improve the overall performance of your websites. Finally, when segmenting traffic, try to use custom channels and URL channels. For custom channels, you can make granular segments at an ad unit level as well to understand which of the ad units are behaving correctly and which are not. And if there are certain steps you can take to improve the performance of those other ad units. While you are doing this, regularly monitoring your traffic at this granular level, it could also help you identify if there are certain invalid traffic on your accounts. While you are monitoring your traffic, do keep an eye out for any kind of anomalies, any anomalous spikes in impressions, clicks, or CTRs, as this could be a huge indicators of some kind of invalid traffic. And then you can go ahead and take steps to prevent these kind of invalid activity from harming your business. So these were the top topics at a high level which I wanted to share with you. What is invalid traffic, how Google prevents invalid traffic, and how you can help prevent invalid traffic. So before this session, we had shared a short survey with you where we asked you guys to post any sort of questions that you wanted answers from. So we went through those questions and we saw that there are a couple of questions which most of our publishers wanted to know, and we have chosen the top 3 ones to answer. The first one was people are concerned about invalid traffic on their account, and they are trying to understand what they can do. So first of all, as we said, monitor your traffic on a regular basis. How you can do that? You can look into your analytics data to see which IPs, which countries, and what other sources of traffic are you getting. You can also look at your web logs to understand those sources of traffic. You have an AdSense referral sites as well, where you can see where your users are coming from. Based on that, if you see any anomalous behavior from any of these sources, you can go ahead and block those sources of traffic to your website. You can block those IPs and those referral sites. The second question that most of the people wanted to understand was if we can share more information about invalid traffic. So first of all, here I want to make sure that be rest assured that any kind of action that has been taken or any invalid traffic that was there on the account has been flagged after very careful and deeper investigation. As you saw, we invest a lot of effort, automated and manual efforts in identifying and correctly taking out such invalid traffic. So if you want, it's really very difficult for us to share more information because we want to save our proprietary technology, and we do not want to provide feedback which could be probably used in the future by bad actors to escape our defenses going forward. So information like what kind of invalid activity was detected on the account, or at what time that kind of invalid activity was detected, what was the source of invalid traffic, these kind of information we are not able to divulge. So on your own end, you can definitely go ahead, look through your segmented traffic and other analytics sources to understand what could be the reason and then prevent it. So there were questions around if we can share some examples of invalid traffic. So as I discussed throughout my session as well, but to recap, there are different sources of invalid traffic. As I said, there could be invalid traffic which is completely accidental. In such cases, we try and work with our partners to fix those violations and help them not accrue any more invalid traffic. Other sources of invalid traffic could be bots. These are software programs that generate non-human click and impressions. So these are considered invalid traffic. These could be generated from any malware-infected machines as well. Then there are click farms, which I discussed earlier as well. These are a group of people who are incentivized to visit sites and then click on ads. So that's why whenever you are partnering with a third-party source or traffic provider, please make sure that what kind of traffic are they going to send you. Sometimes these traffic providers send these kind of fraudulent traffic, which can put your account in jeopardy. Going forward, there could be some incentivized sources of traffic as well. These could be cases where publishers try to encourage clicks on ads on their website. For example, saying to help support the website or keep the website free, these users are encouraged to click on ads, or outright providing rewards to the users who are clicking on these ads. So that was all from my end. Thanks a lot for joining today. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you.